behind the sequencing. But whatever form of seated pose brings you peace right now, because that is the idea. So first, we're going to set our bodies. First order of business. So take care of folding your legs in a way that creates your foundation, your base. And then creating a centered spine, tall and relaxed. Include your head and neck with that spine idea. And rest your hands on your legs so that your arms feel a comfortable bend. So we all have different length torsos and arms and legs. We meet ourselves just as we are, sharing a little loving awareness, just gratitude for this day, this opportunity to pause and come together, taking some time for wellness. Doing some circling from your hips, just quiet with your own natural breathing. Go out to the right, around to the left, a little to the back. So create your own little flow of circling, creating movement around the hip joints. There's a nice chance to lengthen out your sides and your back and a little bit of your front as well as you come around. Now let's go the other way. So gradually stop and swing your momentum slowly the other direction. Hands just spread open. Maybe lift the fingers slightly so you ground through your palms. Starting to set the breath as well. Close your eyes, feel the movement, even out breath. And an invitation to stop circling, so let it gradually release to stillness and find center once again. Breathe in, sitting tall. Breathe out, squeeze into the middle. Just a little squeeze into the low belly as you complete your exhale. Feel your rib cage, lungs centering, grounding you. Circling your head, keep your body set. Gently keep your shoulders down. Explore. Go as slowly as you like. Careful. So we really concentrate. And that helps us set our minds. Change the other direction. Just letting your head move in a free way. So we are setting the mind now upon the breath, upon this rather tricky movement with our bodies, circling our heads around. And finding center with a little length in the back. So you want your eyebrows and the tops of your ears to be parallel for your neck to be truly long. So I tend to have my chin up, maybe because I'm not very tall, but finding that nice long neck. Take a deep breath. And relax your body. Relax your breath. And relax your mind. Bring your hands together, just let them find each other. Feel their warmth and energy, their texture. Lift up your elbows and rest your thumbs into your heart center. Recommit to the tall spine and the navel drawing in. Inhaling deeply and slowly. Feel the breath move beneath the hands one more time. Body, mind, and breath together. Complete an exhale swallow to release your throat. Open up your eyes and rub your hands together for a moment, just creating a little friction, a little energy. And then stop and gently rest your hands and pull them away. So just observe energy. You can still feel the energy of your other hand to a certain degree. Just be very still and creating this kind of sphere of energy. And then exhale, rest both hands into your heart center. Boat pose with heart lift. So let's extend our spines from the front the other way. Lean back into your hands, fingers forward. So you can adjust where your hands are so your shoulders are comfortable and you can lift out. And then unfurl your legs. Rest your feet together. Straighten your legs if it feels okay, or keep the knees bent. Focus on the heart lift and a downward gaze towards your nose tip. A little determined reach through the legs, one more breath. And exhale, fold back in. Seated cat-cow. Round your spine, so tuck your tail, your low back, round, round. And then inhale, extend out the other way, tail and head. You can exaggerate a little bit more seated. And then round back again, curl, tuck, and then extend, grow, lengthen. Really lengthen both ways, one more each way. Let your shoulder blades slide out away from each other here. And then let them squeeze together as you bring your heart forward. And relax, take a free breath. Stillness, long neck. Bring one hand to the earth and the other. Bring your feet to the earth as well and stand in forward fold for a moment. So time to get there. Transitions are important. Draw your shoulders up into your body and gently release the back of your legs and feet. Breathe out, long spine. Breathe in, process of standing. Use your legs, it protects your back, so bend your knees a little bit, press your feet. Rise up to center. Inhale, sky, stretch, stretch more. Come up to the balls of your feet, keep stretching, breathe in one more time. And then exhale, slowly ground yourself into mountain pose, into your heart center, your belly center, and your feet. Mountain pose with cactus arms, so saguaro, elbows out, ground into your feet, and start to just bring your chest up towards the sky a little bit. So a little bitty back bend, not a big one. Low belly toned. Rich breathing with downward gaze. So the default gaze is our nose tip without strain. It just helps concentrate our energy. And exhale up and release. So not a big difference there. Present with it all. Sun salutation, good morning. Reach for the sky. Give it a little energy, reach a little bit more. And then exhale to slow forward fold. Bend the knees as needed. Let your hands come to your shins, floor, feet, whatever you reach. And finish your exhale, forehead towards your legs. Inhalation, we don't go as far, but we return to that idea of extending your spine. Change your hands if you need to, low belly strong. Exhale, bend your knees, spread your hands, pause a moment, and then take both legs back. Notice which one you shot back first. Hold your plank pose. Knees are on the floor if needed. Refine if your hands need it. Just a little refinement can really help reset. Chest broad, upper back broad. Lengthen through the heels and the top of the head. Twice more, move the breath. Last one. Very determined, just 5 breaths in some of the poses. Knees down, pull back, quarter dog, toes not tucking. On the tops of your feet, head down. Breathe deeply. You can ground your forehead, ground your hands, and breathe to create openness in your back rib cage. Breathe into your body. Exhale one more time. Inhale to the upward facing dog. So sometimes dogs will come up and they'll shake one leg at a time out in this pose, but I think that's really tricky. So let's just take a downward gaze, press into your hands into the earth, a little tail tuck energy. 3, very strong, very open. Flip your feet, lift your hips to the sky and walk your feet in a bit, downward facing dog, play bow, little heart melting towards the earth, a little tail wagging. Exhale into stillness. 3 more breaths. Energy rises from the centers of the hands, up the arms, into the shoulders, all the way up to the tail, and then grounds down through the backs of the legs and feet. 1 more breath. Stay grounded for the season. Walk forward instead of hopping. Come forward with heavy feet. Pause, hands and feet on the floor, head down. Just bend your knees so you can do it. Knees already bent, give them a press into the feet. Stand, upward reach, stretch. Exhale slowly, bring your arms down and rest into the sides of your body so that your shoulders are rolled back just a little bit so your heart feels open. Sun Salutation B. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Just 1 breath. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. If you ever need extra breath, just take it. Exhale, going back to plank pose or chaturanga if you want to add a little elbow bend. Inhale to upward facing dog. Slow breathing. And exhale to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, angle your back heel, rise up to warrior A. Exhale, say goodbye, we'll see you later. Come back, take your leg back. Chaturanga or plank for 1 breath. Exhale. Upward dog, inhale. This one does create lots of nice heat. We keep moving. Exhale, 1 breath, downward dog. Left foot stepping forward. This is the process of learning to stand up to warrior A. Let the breath movement match. Exhale, brings us down to plank pose or bend the elbows. Inhale is upward dog, 1 breath. And exhale, downward dog, or knees down if you prefer, for 5. So I firmly believe that down dog can be a resting pose when you finally stop and hang out. Let your energy settle from all of that stirring so we have a nice balance. Last breath, moving through. Inhale, walk your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Use the whole breath out, go slowly. Utkatasana, 1 breath, bend your knees, reach your arms, breathing in. And exhale, we come back to where we started. Just pause for a moment, feel the energy generated, the warmth. And then taking a moon salutation, full moon in 2 days, to cool us down a little bit with a different kind of energy. So step out to the left side on your mat with your feet hip distance. Shoulders down, ribs down. Palms press, reach up your arms. Soften your attitude in your body a little bit. And exhale, side bend over to the right. Gently strengthening your core as you hold yourself here. So navel to the spine. Inhale up. Exhale, second side, just a little side bend. Notice how your feet and your legs work, your belly works to accommodate this position. Breathe once more. Then the inhale brings us up. Exhale, hands down, step out to goddess pose. Wide feet, turn out toes, bend knees right down the center line. Nice tall spine, open feet, low into the hips. Feel the quality of the centering hands. Take one more breath. Inhale, press the legs straight. Turn out your left foot. Angle your right foot for triangle pose, over and down as you're ready. And just take a little striving out of it. Just have it be a little softened today. A lot of the things are still the same. The grounded legs and feet. Working from the belly center. Breathe out once more. Breathe in, release from the pose, and turn to face your left leg for Parsvottanasana. So side stretching pose. Forward fold out towards that straight leg. Both legs straight, forward fold. Forehead all the way to the leg if you like. And you can take your hands to your shin or the floor if you want to, or keep them at your waist. Second breath, go for 5. Just a little light, not your fiercest version. And last breath. Transition to Anjaneyasana. So we'll come down to the back knee. Take a moment for that transition cushion if you need it. Rise up to a low lunge and then take it forward. Add upward reaching arms, but in a soft way if you like. Or stay hands on the knee. And be very precise with your hips and low back here, just the right amount. A little tail tuck. Breathe out once more. Breathe in, press to center. Side lunge, so we transition back to the long side of the mat, turning that left foot into a 45. Use your arms to come up to side lunge, knee towards the toes. Up on the leg is fine as well. And 5, exhale, strong press to come up to center, up to star pose. And release to circle the other way. So side lunge on the other side for 1. Making sure not to straighten the neck here. Just let your head be downward so your neck stays long. The neck is part of each yoga pose. If you look up yoga for your neck, it tells you triangle pose and forward fold, all the poses. Mindfulness, one more breath. And then inhale, straighten, transition to the low lunge, Anjani's pose. Rise up, shoulders back and down. So you can go ahead and add that energy of tail tucking and then take your knee towards your toes. So we create a front body opening, also known as a back bend. And tucking the tail just gives us space in our low back. Concentrate on this shape. And just take a little bit of striving out of it. One more breath to feel complete. Release to center and straighten legs for Parsvottanasana, side intense side stretching pose, wherever your hands feel good. And draw your belly up for 5, 4, 3. Keep softening in. Last breath. From here, we can open right into triangle. But take your right hand to your right foot or shin. Now let your back toes open. So your hips come to the side and open into triangle with that long neck. Soften it just a little bit. So just be a little more graceful instead of super straight. Third breath. Last one. Anchor into the low belly. Inhale, come up and return to goddess wide squat. Come down the center. Rest your thumbs at your third eye, the elephant arms, elbows together. Very mindful of keeping your knees centering, not collapsing inward for one more breath. Exhale. Squeeze your glutes. So you come up, you can straighten by squeezing, you come up. Step to hip distance. One breath, side bend left. Inhale up, side bend right. Inhale up and exhale down into your heart with your hands. Pause. Balancing activity and rest. Movement and stillness. Inhale and exhale. Then return to the top of your mat. Taking warrior A position once again. Step back. Land in your shape, bend your knee. A little tail tuck is appropriate here. Just see what it brings you to ask your body for that. Strong arms today. Fists, thumbs on the outside, not hurting yourself, just a little bit strong. And arms up in front. A little chest lift for 5, 4. Find the appropriate amount of work here for today. Just one breath where we get to stay. One more breath. And one set. Release. Warrior C. Straighten your front leg, back toes in the ground. If you need to come and touch a wall or something, that's cool. Lift up your back leg, lean forward. If possible, weave your fingers and reach your hands back. It's fine if your toes are on the floor. If you come down, just don't give up. So be determined not to go down easily. And take 2 more breaths. Try to come down slowly if you can. Resist touching the earth. And then come down. Ground once again. Other side, warrior A. So we keep the hips to the front. With practice, we learn this big, fierce step back into a big lunge. Refine it briefly. Little tail tuck. Fists, arms up. Open-hearted, grounded, and peaceful warriors. Gently squaring your hips towards the front. Deeply breathe again. Exhale completes, release your arms. Warrior C, front leg straightens. Have a moment for this. Have support if you need it. So you can keep your toes on the floor just to have that support, or lift your leg if possible. If you want, leave your fingers and stretch back, or hold on to something, your waist, the wall, whatever you need. Takes all our concentration for 1, 2, 4th breath. And come on down, try to resist. Then just be compassionate with yourself as you complete that. Just doing your best. Have fun with it. And let's do a little bit more with Warrior B. Step your right leg back, turn your toes to the side and come out nice and low into your hips, whatever that is for you, where your knees centered over your ankle, down the center. Arms float, turn your head off your front fingertips. Let your palms face up, palms face down. Lightly turn your head or slowly turn your head to look at your back hand and arm. Just give it a little love. And turn your head back and take one more breath. Lean and reach. Extended side angle. Come to the floor if you want or stay on your leg. Try to release any gripping in your feet. Breathe out one more time. Inhale energy up. Sorry if I rushed that breath out. Other side, Warrior B. Low. Whatever that is, try to get your pelvis close to the floor, turn your head. So here we get a little rotation of our neck, our cervical spine. Flip your palms up, soften. Palms face down again. Turn and look to your hand behind you, a little love. Turn and look at your front hand. Breathe one more time. Lean and reach, extended side angle. Curve your pinky side down. Gently gather your fingers. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in, come up. Wide parallel feet. Forward fold. And walking ourselves to a wide downward dog. Walk your legs back, bring them a little closer together, and just try downward dog with wide legs. Uplift in the low belly. Even waves of breath. Samasvriti. Same waves. Breathing out. Long spine. Heart releasing. And then carefully come down to your knees. Bring them closer together. Come back to our puppy dog again. Stretch the arms out and the head down. Let your elbows rest and be with that quality. Exhale. We can really lightly ground our crown chakra with rabbit pose. So it's a kneeling pose if you need cushion under your knees. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Close your eyes and just feel that action. So hands on either side of your shoulders. You're going to bring our very top of the head to touch the floor. And you got your arms. So it's a really super light. I'm going to bring my hands a little lower to support that top of the head touch. Keep your feet on the floor. So you're very supported. No pressure. Very safe. If it feels easy and good, and you feel steady, you can reach for your heels if you want as a choice. But just lightly stimulating the top. Calming and grounding your nervous system. Sarasangasana, one more breath. Just carefully release back to child's pose. Drape your arms, rest your shoulders. Deep breathing. Be with that quality where we just gently stimulated the very top of the head. Deep breath again. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. And facing the top of your mat, bringing your right leg forward. Folding the knee in on itself. Take your other leg straight back. And you can come forward and down. We'll take about 8 breaths. So I've been working on holding my hands on my front leg in this pose, which feels quite challenging, especially to relax. If you want to join me in trying this, it looks simple enough, but for some reason it's very robust, I find. Take another deep breath. And let's release back to 3-leg dog. Tuck under your back toes, spread your hands. Lift up, reach through that leg. Give it a shake. Create some space in your hip joint. Bring your knee towards your nose, curl in, and reach back out. Bring your knee towards your right elbow, and reach back out. Knee towards your left elbow, last blend. Little twist, up and out. And second side. Left knee forward, fold it in on itself. Carefully ease down, take your other leg straight back. So if coming to your leg is really too much anywhere, just walking your hands closer to you instead of further away. So tail tuck energy, concentration, shoulders stay down. Four. Fully immersed in the practice, right here in the moment. Right here with your body and your breath. And breathe one more time. 3-leg dog pose. Tuck your back toes under. Spread your hands up and back. Shake it out. Knee towards the nose, curl in. I'm gonna adjust my back, my other foot in a little bit. It was really stretched out. So take care, make those adjustments. Up and out. Left elbow, up and out. Right elbow, and up and out last time. And let's come through and sit down. Take your legs out wide. Come to dragonfly. So that's a yin name, yin pose. Different from Upavishta Konasana. Arms will really feel supportive and good. Let your muscles relax. The breath stays steady. Feel where you touch the earth. It's okay if your knees bend. 3 more soft breaths. Exhale. Inhale, sit up tall, so re-engage core. Bring your legs together. And taking the right leg in, folding it in front of you. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring your left foot around, sit up tall, hold your knee. Exhale, create twist, rotation in your spine. Support your hip in or out, wherever it feels good. Look back. 8 breaths. New perspective. Plenty of time. Softer and softer. 2 more breaths. Last one. Bring out that top leg, lift it up, lean back, balance, lift your heart, and set it down into Janushirasana so you can learn to move your legs around, your heaviness with your strength. Just ease out over that straight leg, slide your arms out, turn your face to your shin, and rest your head down. Forward back on your toes. Second breath out. Third breath out. Increasing your breath. Last time, inhale, make a little space, coming up slightly. Exhale, go back in and find your finishing place. Inhale, sitting up. Changing sides, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Catch your balance. And then fold your left knee to the front of the mat. Bring your right foot to the floor and around your knee. Sitting tall, breathing in, breathing out. Mindful rotation of the spine. Looking back. Just the right amount. So our faces head back, and then our eyes keep heading back, so we get a nice side stretch in the eyes called Parsva Drishti, side gaze. Not straining or forcing, but gently stretching the eyes. If we had a 2-hour class, we could just do eyes exercises separately. Breathe another 2 times slowly. Exhale, stay relaxed, stay present, still. Inhale to unwind, changing to Janu Shirsasana. So first that release and lift your leg into one leg boat. And then see if you can just maneuver your leg without holding on to it over to line up with your foot that's already on the floor. And just easing out, slide your hands down, Janu Shirsasana, knee head pose. The connection of the hands to something brings the upper body, so you just feel how everything connects. Brings the upper body into the pose. Most of the poses around the kidney area. Just breathe into that space. Slowly, twice more. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Touch your belly for a moment for Sphinx pose. Forearms, belly down, elbows on the floor. So you can walk out your hands till you feel a comfortable degree here. Ground your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. Feet hip distance apart. Neck is not crunching down like a turtle, but it's long neck. And let's do a lion's breath. So with lion's breath, you gaze at your nose, open up your mouth, stick out your tongue, make some sound. Do it in your own way, just a nice big releasing exhale. Breathe in. Squeeze every last bit of breath out. Inhale deeply again, and exhale, come down. Just rest your chin on the floor of your hands. Shoulders down off the ears. Grounded into the tops of your feet. Breathe out. Transition to your back. You may just roll over or flow through. So we're in a flow. Flip your feet, down dog. Come through, sit down, jumping through. Lie down, knees bent. Ground, settle. Exhale. So there's a grounding into the low belly and the low ribs as you breathe out there. So that as you come up, you're concentrated in your center. Open up your feet. Let's stay for 8. So have a moment to come to a place where you feel some good work and you can stay for a while. Open feet, grounded arms. If it feels good to keep growing, if you want to take a different arm position, feel free. exhale, one more breath. Slow release, arms down. Bring your spine down a little bit at a time. Feel your low back come to the earth and then spring up and away. Bring your knees in, Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Choose your favorite grip, feet or back of knees. Make sure your neck is long and centered. Draw your knees down on either side and lightly resist by pressing your feet towards the sky. Eight breaths, 4, plenty of time. And exhale, release your grip. Upside down work with the legs. An important part of practice, plenty of time today. So make your choice. You want to rest your legs on a wall or on a piece of furniture. It really unloads the hips and the low back if you do that one. If you enjoy shoulder stand and plow, join me. So legs in the air is safe for everyone. Legs at the wall also. Just be mindful of your neck. If you have any issues with neck, we can always talk about it. We're not on our neck, we're on our shoulders. Neck is off the floor. Lift your legs up, your hips up. Start with half shoulder stand. Take your hands to your back body and then try to straighten your body up towards the sky to any degree. Really active legs. Reach towards the sky. Be where you are. It's kind of exciting, but try to stay calm because we're finishing. Focus on your exhales. Focus on your core strength as you breathe out. Two more breaths. And then carefully return to half shoulder stand and release your hands to the earth. Keep bringing your legs overhead to Halasana, plow pose. Let your feet touch the floor if they will, or just come to any degree. Point your toes, reach through your feet. Stretch the tops of your feet. One more breath. Just try to come down slowly, like we come slowly from bridge. So we're working with our core strength and using physics just a little bit at a time. And you'll get to a point where your spine comes down. Bring in your knees. Rock up to seated. Cross your legs. Heart lifting pose. Lift your chin. If you practice fish, you can come down to the top of your head or just let your head go back. Optional. 5 breaths either way. Heart lift is just fine. Heart lift your fish if you're in it. And 5. And then just release yourself down to your back. Hug your knees in, crossing at your ankles. Cross your ankles the other way, squeeze in. Roll over to your left side for resting twist. So we'll start with our whole self facing to the left. Palms together, head is lifted off the floor, knees together. So we're gonna let our head rest down and open the arm like a book. So it's like we're opening a book with our arms to come out to a T shape. If you need support anywhere between your knees or under your head, it's fine. Take 8 breaths so you have a little time if you need to add support. Let your head turn away from your knees. So the low back is rather still in this position, rather neutral, and it's in the upper back and the middle back that we can really breathe into, release tension there, soften. 2 more slow breaths. Exhale, linger, empty. Release your head to center. And just bring your whole body, like we did on the other side, whole body over to the right. Roll all the way to that right side. Stretch out your arms, hands together. Head is up to start. And then let your head just relax back as you open up your book. Open your arms, palms up, turn your head. If you need support between your knees, you can add it. Beginning our resting phase or heading into resting with our finishing poses here. Move towards your Savasana. Rest. Slowly breathe again. Linger in the exhale. Return to the back of your body. Recenter your pelvis and your spine. Do you need anything for Shavasana? Do you need a blanket? Do you need socks? Eye pillow. If you need anything, disturb yourself as little as possible. And come to Shavasana. Take rest. Release any holding or gripping in the body, any control. So the pranayama becomes just letting go and letting the breath be a natural support, letting the breath be free. So it might come in less even waves, and that's fine. We're letting our mind release that project of evening the waves. But the breath is still part of your experience, and you can relax into its presence. Briefly scanning your body for any holding. There might be places where you know that your shoulders need to be reminded to go towards the floor. Just do those things. Soften hands and face, feet and hips. Everything's soft. The lightness of the front body, resting into the back body, resting into the earth. Meet yourself where you are with this quiet experience. releasing deeper and deeper. Plenty of time to rise back from the depth of that rest, a sense of floating up to the surface of your awareness from the depths, and just inviting movements that support that, releasing in a way that just mindful, and just moving your hands once again, reaching through the arms and legs, your own custom path back to your seat, taking some time for it, a swallow to release that stillness. Make your way gradually into your seated meditation pose of the day. Would you like to return to your easy pose with a little more ease? Or if you'd like to fold in your legs to half lotus or lotus practice if you have in your practice, all good. Folded knees, hero pose, a lot of people enjoy. Cushioned so that you can enjoy. I've left some time for us to have a little meditation and pranayama at the end today. Sitting in an easy way with an aligned spine. Bring your thumb to touch your pinky and ring fingers into the pran mudra to activate the root chakra. Just slightly holding the gesture. Maybe feel a little activation at your pelvic floor. These energy centers have these different qualities and parts of the body assigned. So basic trust, safety, grounding, your tailbone, legs and hips. And just being present with that energy. Release your hands and back to your sacrum. Kidneys, urinary tract, adrenals, creativity, sexuality, all these building blocks of who we are. Breathe out. Solar plexus chakra at the belly center. Hold your power center. Wisdom, pranic center, stomach, liver, digestion, blood sugar. Finish breath. Hands to heart, heart chakra, love and grief, healing. Heal your lungs, the immune system, the blood pressure. The throat chakra, so delicate at the front of the throat, so just bring the backs of your fingertips really lightly to touch your throat somewhere. Communication, creativity, the thyroid, neck, ears, and respiratory system. Touch your third eye center with your fingertips. Awareness and intuition, the pituitary, the eyes, the hypothalamus. Breathe deeply and float your hands just above the top of your head so you can barely touch a hair or the skin, just feeling the warmth and energy. Spirituality and consciousness, the top of the head, the nervous system. Inhale from your root to your crown. Reach up your arms. Exhale down your heart center. Down into the exhale, keeps going down to the root and squeezes into the power center. Then release your hands down, resting the back of one hand and the other, touching the thumbs, the classic gesture of meditation. And let your breath alternate from the right to the left, just using your brain. So we'll breathe in the side we breathe out. One more time. Last breath in. Last breath out. Breathe in both sides. Release your hands together. Namaste. Thank you. You have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining me for practice. Let me stay and continue. Just know that meditation can just be a few mindful breaths. No great effort.
Thank you, Blossom.
I can share my friend Lisa made me this beautiful gift. She wrote out some notes about the chakras and made this that I have hanging up by the window. So I saw it today and included